Hello and welcome to 211. I'm ready to crack. Veeam is next week. Holy buckets. But Madalena and I are in semi-normal location situations, but abnormal workload circumstances. Maddie, are you feeling the Veeam crunch right now like I am?
Oh, yes, Rick. But yeah, before anything, hello and hello, community. As always, we are super excited about Veeam. Um, I am excited about Veeam. I know that you are stressed, so you can tell us the level of your stress from 1 to 10. What would be the scale in
I
there?
prefer not to answer.
Okay.
I might say something mean. I'm running hot and short right now, so I apologize if I'm short. But next week, and you know what's freaking me out, Maddie? You told me that you're getting ready to start packing, and I got word that some of the production team that are doing like the general session room, they're leaving today, and I am freaking out because I don't even have half my stuff ready.
You're going to be ready. You still have some time left, Rick. Today is only Wednesday, right? So you have like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So many days in the calendar. Don't worry. Everything is going to be fine. It's
We always
always
pull it off.
good. Yeah, it's going to be great. That's what you have to. You have to stay positive.
I'm gonna try. Like literally, I feel like I just feel like inside something's not right. But we'll be okay. It's it's a high anxiety thing because I maybe have a problem of not saying no to stuff. In fact, one of the things I don't say no to, I'll show everybody right here. On my desk is my son's karaoke machine,
Oh, wow.
portable microphone that we use for the first timers tour. So I'm going to walk around and like do the little tour, with like, this is where the Solutions Expo is and stuff. So should I be doing that? Probably not. Anyways.
It's going to be good. Yeah, you shouldn't probably do that. There are so many other people that can do it, but
Well,
you
actually, a
are
lot of
Rick and
people are
you have to
busy.
say
So
no. Yeah, everyone is busy. Everyone is going to have a packed calendar. That I know for sure. Just from our team meeting the other day, everyone was like, oh, I'm attending that and that and that. And I don't know how I'm going to be everywhere at the same time. But yeah, it's also exciting. We're going to, as you said previously, we're going to see a lot of our customers, a lot of our partners, community. So it's busy and stressful and exciting and everything at the same time. So what I know is going to be a great event as always.
yeah, I hope so. But we've been super busy in the community, full lineup of content, special department, and who's new. So let's jump into it. Chris is
Let's do
back
it.
with part two. This is cool. He had this part one a couple episodes ago. This is great.
Yeah, so fantastic write up again, Chris. He gives us another PowerShell tip for the VB365 product. And this time he's showing us how to move data between repositories using the Move VBO Entity Data CMD let. So he's sharing a link to a script as well that can automate your move. And he says one of the big limitations for this process is that you cannot migrate data to a repository attached to a proxy pool. So his idea is to have PowerShell command used to migrate from JetDB to object storage repository. So that's great. And then you can use the command from his initial blog article. If you remember, there is also a link in case you don't remember it. There is a link he shared to the first part. To move the repository to a proxy pool. So he's sharing these three commands: move VBO entity data that is being run in the script. And the first one moves organization user data. The second moves organization group data. The third one, the organization site data. And these move commands go from a JetDB local storage to an S3 object-based repository. So yeah, that's a pretty awesome thing. As Shane said, keep them coming.
Yeah, indeed. I love these these use cases, especially when you think about someone who like Chris, who he works for a service provider, so he's doing this every day on scale. So love his expertise and stuff. Great stuff. Thank you. I didn't see how it ended. Is there going to be a part three? I don't think so. Okay. But
Well,
he'll come
I
up with
think it's
something.
a
I know.
series. Yeah, I think it's a series, so he might just
Yeah.
keep them coming.
Yeah.
It's just like some tips and tricks.
Yeah.
So
So
why not?
there will be another PowerShell tip, but maybe it'll be a new series. We'll see. But
Yeah,
regardless, thank you,
let's see how
Chris.
that goes.
All right, next up, a new name. I love calling new names, and I don't know if that's Lieha. I love it. Whatever. Welcome to being featured content here, Lieha, and we have some upgrade guides with bubbles on the screen, or at least floating geometrical shapes. Love that. What caught your eye on this one, Maddie?
So yeah, first of all, I think it's Leah still. It's just spelled differently. She's based in the UK, so I would think it's Leah. So yeah, welcome to the Community Hub. Actually, I think you've been there for a while, but great to see that you start contributing, and definitely looking forward to our collaboration. And yeah, she's showing us how to upgrade the Veeam Data Platform suite to 12.3. Veeam 1 12.3, Enterprise Manager, Backup and Replication, and Recovery Orchestrator. And she says when we upgrade the components, it's important we take a supported upgrade path. So this is the first step she is showing us. And then she basically goes over each of the ones that I mentioned, and gives us a demo on how to upgrade to V12.3. So you got me a guide. You know how much I like guides. So maybe Leah, you don't know, but Rick knows, and the community knows. I like series, I like guides. So that's fantastic work in there. So guys, if you need any guidance on that, she put together very organized, in a very organized way, all this information. So great stuff, and looking forward to have more of this content at the Community Hub.
Absolutely. And a number of things catch my eye here. First of all, Leah, great job, because you're addressing them in the correct order. Veeam 1 first, then Enterprise Manager, then backup and replication, then VRO. And then you've also made it that if there's any intermediary steps necessary, you have those identified. So example, on BNR, if you're on 10A, you got to go first to 12 to get to 12.3. If you're on 11, you still got to go to 12, right? But if you're already on 12, you can go straight to 12.3. So all these scenarios, now I haven't verified it, but it looks like you've pulled this right out of the KBs. Absolutely fantastic. My hope, and I know that Madi is on it, but I'm pretty sure we're going to be calling your name more often.
Absolutely.
Good stuff. Rock on. Next up, Andre, double up Vanguard and Legend. We'll talk about that here in a second. He's showcasing a security assessment checklist from Veeam Cybersecure. This is pretty cool.
Yeah, this is really cool. And I think there's one more cool thing. I think we're going to meet Andre in person at VeeamON, so that's even cooler. But yeah,
true.
I think this is the second week in a row mentioning his name in here. So great job for that, first of all. And I really liked this security assessment checklist for Veeam Data Platform that he put together. I can see he has like two types of questions. The colored blue line is required. I don't know if you can open the document, but that document is actually the one
it's
that
downloadable right here.
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And the color gray line is advised where applicable. So you have required and kind of optional or advised. And this list is intended, for administrators, as he says in there. But honestly, I think it's a solid list for anyone in a technical position. And these are really good, relevant questions that, we should think about from a security point of view. So he's looking at categories like components, repositories, encryption, detection, account, and permissions. Also NAS-specific and orchestrator recovery. So very solid document in there. So yeah, guys, especially if you are in the positions that he's mentioning, like more like administrator, I think this is going to be useful, but definitely useful for everyone. Really loved it. Thank you.
Yeah, right. And this is that highest level, that highest level offering of keeping a Veeam environment secured and stuff. And that program then entitles you to the ransomware warranty. So this is a great view for DIY, but to get the warranty and stuff, it does have to be checked off by Veeam. I don't know exactly which group does it. It's part the services and implementation team, as well as the pre-sales team. But fantastic stuff, Andre. Thanks for sharing this. All right. I think this is the first time we've called this name for the Veeam Vanguard blog Spotlight. But Dave Kulo, one of the very first Vanguards, he's up for this week's Spotlight. This is cool.
I don't know if it's the first time, it's either I read his articles and I wanted to mention it, and then I found something else that caught my eye, but I have the impression that is not the first time, but it could as well be.
Keep in mind, Carrie's son also blogs on the same site, so that maybe that might get us confused. But yeah, this is cool.
Could be.
Yeah. So what's going on with RPC? Oh, I've had that one.
Yeah, so I must say I like this articles type that offers, practical solutions for common issues encountered when or maybe after upgrades or installing new services. And in this case, Dave encountered an error in the logs while troubleshooting a backup job failure after upgrading a VBR server to version 12.3. And the error was the RPC server is unavailable. Dave says that this error happens, either when the required services on the VBR server are not running, or the firewall is blocking the RPC communication, as well as, there are DNS or network connectivity issues. So in his case, he found out that the Veeam Data Mover service was not running on the VBR service, and that was causing the backup job to fail. So he made the decision to reboot the VBR server, so the job ran perfectly fine after that. Further on, he's giving some tips and tricks, basically steps to follow when you get an error as well. And then some best practices. He says, upgrades can sometimes disable or fail to restart critical services. And then the simplest solution is often the best one. Actually, I wanted to ask you, you think that? Is it the simplest solution is always the best? Okay.
Yeah, you'd be surprised sometimes. It's always something small, usually.
Okay.
But there's a lot of small pieces that go into these complex solutions and Windows and databases and on down the line. So, but yeah, oftentimes it is something small.
Yeah, it's just that, it looks very complex, as he says at the beginning of the article, it looks so complex and you don't even know where to start it. But yeah, most of the time it's something small, as you said. So it's more difficult to figure out where it's coming from. And then, maybe the solution, how to fix it, it could just be easy. And yeah, two more, he's saying like logs are your best friends. I agree with that. And then network and firewall settings matter. Absolutely. So great stuff. I really like this practical advices, from the field.
Indeed. And I do believe we're going to see Dave next week as well. It was a last minute ad. Happy to see you down there in San Diego. Sorry about the flash of who's new. It wasn't jumping out of sequence, but I'm being told I need to do an update of Office all of a sudden. So it's like it's freaking out. So I might come back to that. See if I can get through the recording. Let's see. All right.
Yes.
It's like we got to do this update. Next up, special department. Looks like we have a user group coming up, an online user group coming up in Turkey. Let's translate to English, but it will be done in Turkish. And looks like Keenan, Tariq, Moro, and Bulent. Apologize if I got any of the names wrong. They're up. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. And you already see 28 people that registered for this event that is going to be at the end of this month, the 29th. It's going to be the first time when Kenan is doing a virtual event as a VUG Turkey leader. He's new. For Tariq is the second one, and always grateful to have Moro and Bulen that are our systems engineers in Turkey that are supporting the community. And they're going to just basically do a Veeam 2025 update. So let's see what are going to be the topics that they're going to want to discuss. I'm sure there are a lot, and 1 hour is not going to be enough, but it's going to at least, be an overview of the most important things that are going to be discussed at Veeam. So looking forward for this one.
Yeah.
This time it's going to be in the afternoon. Usually the Turkey is doing it in the mornings, but now because of the fact that I'm going to be away and Safia is going to handle this, is going to be in the afternoon. Let's hope it's going to work out for everyone in Turkey.
And then it becomes a reasonable time for Safia if she's going to host it. So yeah, so that's a reasonable time. That's my time in New York time. So good stuff. Thank you, Kenan. Thank you, Tariq. Thank you, Moro. And thank you, Boulet. Outstanding. Great. A lot of different things are going to be recapping Veeam. So excited about that. Speaking of which, congratulations, Nicola, on our team. The Veeam Vanguard directory has been updated for 2025, it seems.
I mean, it's the whole Veeam 100 directory has been
okay, that's true. But this was the last of the classes to roll.
Yes. But it's all like, if you're going to just go to 2025, you're going to be able to see you're going to see Vanguard and Legends and as well as MVPs. So thank you. I created the infrastructure for it, and then Safia was kind enough to add all the members in here. So we wanted to have it ready for Veeam to have it again at the booth, so they can just go over it and take pictures, like in 2023, was it, in Miami, when everyone was kind of taking picture with their picture? You remember that? So
a selfie of yourself on screen with yourself. Okay, got it.
Yeah, we wanted Veeam 100 directory 2.0, Veeam 2.0. So yeah.
And it's crazy. It's scrolling through a couple new folks, which is great. New countries as well. I think we're back. I think Czech Republic is a new country. We've had it before, but new for this year's class. But this is good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So guys, it's here. I don't think we sent yet an email, but we're going to send an email. Probably Nicola is going to send with some of her updates email. She's going to add the link to the new directory, to all Veeam 100. So you're going to have it. But for the ones that are watching us, they know it beforehand.
Indeed. Good stuff. And just welcome everyone, both new and returning. It's funny. I'm looking through, there's Lucas. We've been calling his name quite a bit. So that's a good one. They're all good ones, but congratulations everyone. And happy to have the page updated. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Madi. And then Hannes over on the MVP side. Good stuff.
And thank you, Safia.
Oh, Safia. I keep forgetting people. Can you tell I'm at the edge for Veeam?
It's okay. I'm here to remind you.
Oh, Madi.
You have a stressful week. It's okay.
Looks like we have a new group.
We do. Super exciting to have VUG Ecuador as well, finally up. We've been working for a while, I would say, together with our two leaders, Roberto and Alejandro. And I think we are going to, hopefully maybe June or around that time, because we are just announcing now and it's live just now, and it's going to be busy. But hopefully June, we're going to have our first VUG Ecuador virtual event, and hopefully this year we're going to have an in-person event. And I'm very excited. These two guys are super knowledgeable and very passionate about community. They've been involved with the VMware community as well. They were leaders in there. So I think we're going to do an amazing job in here. So
that's weird. I'm trying to write something and it keeps translating what I'm writing, that was weird. But I want to just say as well a big thank you to Alejandro and Beto, and then Roberto Carreras, right?
Yes.
See, and by the way, if you ever are Cardenas, if you are ever wanting to mention somebody, all you do is just do the @ And then let me see. Oh, because Roberto has that C. Oh, it's why is it not coming up? He goes by Beto. Okay, even though he put Roberto as his name, it's Beto Cardenas. I don't know if you see that, but it kind of threw me off. Where he has.
Yeah, it's kind of small for me, to be honest.
Oh, sorry, I'm doing it this way, but it threw me off because he has it this way.
Yes.
But looks like he changed his username at some point, and then up here. I didn't know you could change your username. I didn't know that, but that's him. Congratulations. I'm going to go ahead and follow. All right. So thank you for that, Ecuador team. That's going to be great to bring a new market into the mix. Oh, it didn't close my PowerPoint, but we do have who's new. Sorry, it's not my best day today. 182. Well, I guess that's what happens when we skip it a week, eh?
Yeah, it's a good number, though, for 2 weeks. It's 90, 91,
right.
So it's a solid number.
I like this name here. J-Lo, J-Lojo, J-Lo login. I don't know how to say it.
Login. Yeah, I don't know what that means, but it's interesting for sure.
Yeah. That's cool. KXD, ICG. I just like them when they kind of roll and
I see a lot of Indian names as well. So that's great because we had our VUG India virtual event. So we had great attendance for that one. So I can see a lot of people that are new in here. Fantastic job, Mohammed, again.
Tony 2 times. I like that. That is good. Yeah. Tony 2 times. Yeah. Just always great names here. I love seeing the names that come in. Big welcome, everyone. Sophia has completely subjectively and randomly picked Sight Lily, Hot Noise, High Fidelity, Admin Mars, Sun2 Kim, and Jepper for the coolest usernames and the badge winner for this week. Alfred's pick is Data Burger. That sounds great.
That's a really original one. I love it.
Great. That is fantastic. Awesome. You have a badge coming your way. But all right, no show next week. There's just no way. There's no way.
Well, we might have something.
Well, okay, no traditional show.
No traditional show, but we might have a surprise. We are not going to go without a recap next week.
See what you can do. I'd love to see a surprise. Rock on.
Yes.
Madi, thank you so much for coordinating the content this week and putting up with my high velocity stress level right before VeeamON.
That's okay, Rick. It's understandable, but it's going to be great. And we are looking forward to see everyone at VeeamON, right? If not in person, online.
That's true. There's a really solid online experience. The keynotes, I think there's 10 or 15 different sessions that will be in the on the online experience. So definitely check that out. Yeah. And then we'll have VeeamON today, which will be kind of the Tech Bytes show refactored for VeeamON. So we're excited about that. Every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll have one of those. And that's it.
That's going to be great. Maybe we can even share it in the community hub, like the link to the VeeamON today so people can watch it.
If I get wild and great ideas, maybe I'll even pin it to the top of the hub as a live feed. I think I could do that. I'm not sure.
That would be amazing. You should. If you have the time.
Anyways, Madi, thank you so much. Thank you, Sophia, for Who's New. And let's see if we can get through it. Big week next week, but hope everyone tunes in to watch VeeamON and maybe a special next week. But we'll try to be at a proper 212 back on the week of the 29th or so.